Hi everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Barbarian without any spoilers, and this movie is written and directed by Zach Cregger and starring Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. And I'm gonna just give you guys the really basic synopsis that is everywhere because I think the best way to watch this movie is to go into it completely blind. But the really simple synopsis reads, a young woman discovers the rental home she booked is already occupied by a stranger. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the night but soon discovers there's a lot more to fear than just an unexpected house guest. I'm gonna just say that I think this movie, the best way to describe it is literally, this movie really was like, I'm not gonna let you know my next move, you're just gonna have to keep watching and find out, because the entire time, my favorite thing about this movie was that you're presented with something that you think is scary, and then as the movie continues to unfold, scarier stuff start to happen, the mystery keeps unraveling, and it just keeps getting crazier and more insane than before. And I think if you love to watch movies that are just unexpected, I think Barbarian is the movie for you, because seriously, I did not expect anything that happened in this movie, and I feel like there's no way that anybody could. The way the plot unfolds and the way things are revealed is just extremely shocking, and it's really fun for the viewer. You don't know anything the entire time, and it's almost like the movie is split up into chapters, and it's kind of explaining different parts of the story in different ways. On a first watch, there's definitely moments where I was like, how is this going to connect? What is a sudden shift? Because the movie does have those a lot, but I think it has an incredible payoff. I love how it connects everything together in a really nice way. But with these sudden shifts and this type of story that we're being told, I really like that the screenplay tried to challenge the viewers and didn't just give everything to us right away. Really like how we're given different plot points and characters come out and you don't really know how they're going to tie into the story, and it kind of lets you figure it out yourself. It doesn't just tell it to you straight up. One of my least favorite things when I watch a mystery type horror movie is when they just kind of lay out all the information for us and then it starts feeling kind of like exposition heavy. But I think in this movie it was kind of like a show don't tell type of scenario, and I think that style of filmmaking, that style of writing is one of my favorites, and I think this movie did that really, really well. I want to talk about the acting and the dialogue and the screenplay a little bit more too, because first of all of the performances were really great. I love Georgina Campbell. I think she's incredible, and I hadn't seen her in anything else, but I think she should definitely be cast in a lot of more things now because she was really great in this movie. From the very first moment that she came on screen, and you're presented with this idea that, you know, she's trying to get into her Airbnb, something is off about this. She already sold me as somebody that I'm scared for. I'm scared of things happening to her in the future, and I think that's great that it literally didn't take me long to be like, I'm a little bit worried for her, what's going on. And Bill Skarsgård with Georgina Campbell together, they were both so natural in this movie, and I think a lot of that is also due to the dialogue written in the movie, because I think so many parts of this movie felt very realistic with what they were saying to each other. Like, nothing felt forced. I just feel like what they were both saying and what they were both reacting to was completely valid. And that's another thing. This movie takes a lot of stuff from different horror movies and also real life scenarios and kind of plays on them a little bit. Sometimes it's for laughs too, which I thought was really funny because there were moments where I also laughed in the movie theater watching the movie, but then it immediately was terrifying. And it kind of goes back to the first thing that I was saying, that my favorite thing about this movie is that you think something's scary but you haven't even gotten to the bottom of it yet, and it's just gonna completely change and you're gonna get scared by something else. Because from the very beginning of the movie, I was like, this is going to be the scary plot, this is what this movie's going to be about, and it just constantly kept changing and evolving into something else. And then when you thought that thing was scary and it was done for, something else came to play. They just kept peeling off a lot of layers, and I think it was really, really interesting how they did that. But another really great actor is Justin Long, and his character is a little bit different than the other two characters, but I really like what they did with his character, and I liked that they gave us a character that necessarily wasn't going to be the audience's favorites, and I think that's really interesting when you do that in a horror movie, especially if you see the movie and you start kind of seeing how things play out. I think they did that really well with his character, and I like the commentary that they were doing with his character and the things that he was saying, and I just really liked what they did with all of these characters. Now, how scary was this movie? Because I feel like I keep mentioning scary stuff. I was actually really freaked out watching this. I think I was so scared because I didn't know anything going into it. Usually I watch movie trailers, but for this one I didn't see a trailer. Honestly, didn't even read a synopsis. Like, I didn't even know anything about this movie, and I think that experience like made it completely scarier. And then the movie just has really great cinematography too, that just like scares the crap out of you. Like, I was really freaked out. Me and my friends, we kept holding hands, and I'm telling you, I don't really get scared watching horror movies, but I think it was just the vibe. I was also in a Dolby theater, so the sound system was extremely loud, and also my theater was really packed, so it made it a lot more fun. Like, we were all kind of reacting to things that we were seeing on screen, and both scary moments, funny moments, and like what the heck moments, so I think that was also a lot of fun, but I was having a good time. I enjoyed it. I also really like the score so much. I loved listening to it in the movie. There's certain sequences where I could literally just jam out to the score, but then it also gets really, really scary. And I also really want to talk about like the set design and the production design of this movie, because location in this movie is kind of really important, and I think they did a really good job at just like laying the world of this Barbarian movie. I think they did a really good job at world building and almost like getting you into it, and it kind of goes with the show don't tell scenario, because they don't really specifically tell us things. They show us a lot of images. With the entire production of this movie, I feel like you get the sense of where these characters are and what she's gotten into, which was really cool. I really, really like this movie. I think it's so unique, and I think watching this movie just really makes me appreciate horror movies so much more, because I love when there's a movie like Barbarian that I have not stopped thinking about since I saw it last night. It's really, really cool to know that there's like filmmakers and writers out there writing these original movies, and I'm just really, really happy that this one got made, because I think it's so well worth it, and I really, really recommend every single one of you to watch it this weekend, even if it's not on your radar, even if horror is not your thing. This movie is one of the better written horror movies to come out this year. It's actually one of my favorite movies to come out this year in general, and I think every single one of you should definitely watch it. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys are going to be seeing this movie this weekend, and if you already saw it, let me know what you thought about it down below. I'd love to talk about it, and I will most likely be doing a spoiler review, so make sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications to stay updated on when that's coming out. Probably gonna wait until I rewatch it to do that, so I can like remember certain things a little bit better, but really, really excited to keep talking Barbarian. Thank you all once again, and I'll make sure to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone!